done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of bad kicks in my face, but I've come through. And I need to go on, 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 on. We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losing, 'cause we are the champions of the world. I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. I need to go. We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losing, 'cause we are the champions of the world. The champions, my friends. And we
Your court television news starting now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a very special. Oh, and as you can see behind me, I hope it looks like a 5. Welcome to the. And I'm going to give you a earbud warning right now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to hear it. Welcome to the 500th episode of the NJCourts TV channel. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached 500 and plus or minus one or few episodes, but according to YouTube, we are at 502, I think, on this episode. So we're going to be celebrating our 500th episode today. So I want to say a huge thank you for everybody for taking the time out of your Saturday evening to join me, NJCourts, your host. Actually, I was supposed to say that the other way. Your host, NJCourts. And I want to say a huge thank you to all the members of the jury for joining me on such a lovely and glorious celebration, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, big thank you to all my mods for all the hard work. Thank you for all your support. You know who you are. Old mods, new mods. Again, thank you very much for everybody that's been part of this 500th or reaching, this milestone of 500th episode. Yes. So give me just a second just to get myself situated. We've got a very exciting show today, ladies and gentlemen. As most of you saw in the thumbnail, we've got a very special guest that's going to be joining us this evening. And I'm very excited for our guest. It's been a while since we've actually had a guest type of open panel guest show. I know we had an interview a while back with the Vegan Patriot, but as far as doing an open panel with a guest, it's been a while. So I'm very excited. As a matter of fact, I've actually met my guest this evening in person. I've met her in Georgia. All right, give you a little bit of a hint if you don't know who it is already. But I'll be introducing her here in a little bit. Before we get to our case study slash panel discussion this evening, I'm going to do a court update. We're going to just kind of get through that really quick. But I do want to give you guys some updates because we had some things going on between the last time I gave you our last court update. All right. So we'll go through some court updates. We've got a few little quick segments that I've added just to kind of test out and see how it goes. Like I said, this month we're kind of trying out a few things, right? Starting next week, we're going to have a now scheduled broadcasting schedule. So there will be no more guessing as far as when NJCourts will be live. You'll know exactly when I'll be going live, and I'll be announcing that schedule here by the end of tonight's show. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be introducing two little new segments that we might be, running every time we do a court news update. We'll see how you guys like that. So I hope you look forward to that, and I hope you enjoy it. And then as soon as we're done getting those things knocked out of the way, we are going to start our case study this evening and open up our panel with our guest. Give you an idea of what we're going to be discussing as far as specifics with the MGL case. Well, we can talk about anything really, but this evening I want to take a look at as far as what the possible penalties MGL will be facing now that she's going to be tried in the Superior Court as a repeat offender. Okay. Once you get to that level, there's pretty much, as long as you're found guilty, there's pretty much just mandatory or standard sentencing there's already going to be mandatory punishments, okay, that are going to be given by the judge to this individual. And we're going to go over those, okay. We're also going to compare those to some of, like my state's DUI punishments to see how strict or maybe if they're less, the word I'm trying to look for is if they're less strict in Georgia as they are maybe in my state, okay. I would think we're pretty tough on DUIs. It's something that I know our governor and as far as all counties in New Mexico have been tough on as far as passing, laws and things like that to toughen the penalties on repeat offenders. So that's going to be kind of our main focus on tonight's case study in regards to the MGL case. But like I said, we're open to discuss anything. I'm also have a few questions for my panel guests that have to do with the day of the hearing that we all went down to listen to down in Hamilton, Georgia. So again, we will get to that towards the end of the show. That's pretty much going to be the grand finale. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. Not going to be carrying it out too long. I know for our East Coast friends, it can start getting late. But who knows? All right. So I think we've given plenty of time for everybody to get those notifications. So big thank you and welcome to everybody just joining us here on the show. Let me just get situated. It's just going to take 1 second. Let me get you guys up here on the chat. Oh, and before I do, I want to say huge thank you. We got the show started off, I believe. Yes. Oops, excuse me. I just hid the comments. There we go. I think we already. Oh, excuse me. I missed a few donations here. So one, let me get my light on really quick. Okay. Kind of wanted to show off the little disco light and everything, put the mood in for the party, but I can't see shit. So one, let me turn the light on really quick. I'm going to go find my gavel and we're going to get ready for some gavel slams. So I'm going to forewarn you because I know we've got probably some new viewers here that may be new to my channel tonight. I get a little loud. All right. I'm trying my best not to. That's why I got a new setup here. So I'm hoping it's working a bit. I've got a little mixer now attached to a microphone so I can kind of control my volume. But just forewarning, I do get a little loud, especially when we do our gavel slam. So just wanted to get that out of the way. All right, y'all, give me just a second. We're going to get this party started. Lights, camera, action. All right, see? Back just like that. Oh, yeah, that's a lot better. All right. Also, I know you can't see it too good in the back, but behind me, I have marches. Actually, let me just kind of move this over really quick. Actually, hold on. It's too pretty right now. I like the way it looks, but I have updated the calendar. So before tonight, I'll move over the 500 balloons and we're going to take a look at the calendar just in case some of you want to write down some of the dates. But it has been updated for the month of March. Now, remember, we could be adding some more dates and we could be deleting some of these dates as things change. So But the calendar has been updated for the month of March. So I want to say a huge thank you to our first donator, Darlene Valenzuela. Thank you so much for getting this party started the right way. Darlene with the $5 super sticker. Darlene, this gavel slam goes out to you. And ladies and gentlemen in the jury, you know what to do. Spam or slam. What do I always say? Spam them if you got them. I was going to say slam them if you got them. That too. Thank you so much for that super sticker, Darlene. All right, Jilly from Philly. What's up, my friend? Jilly from Philly's got a $5 super chat that reads, congratulations, I love Miranda. All right, well, there's our guest and a little quick introduction. So if you didn't know, our special panel guest for tonight is Miss Miranda. And I'm sorry if I've butchered your name a few times, but I hope you'll correct me tonight. This gavel slam goes out to you, Jilly from Philly. You all know what to do. Oh, I knew it was going to happen sooner or later, but you know what? At least it didn't fly too far away. Thank you so much for that super chat. And Darlene, whoa, member for 5 months. Check it out. Hello, everyone. See, once you get a member for a certain amount of months, you get a little comment you get to put out. So, Darlene, hello back to you. And I want to say thank you for your continued support. You are 1 month away from being an OG, my friend. 5 months. Thank you so much for that support. This gavel slam goes out to you. Still got it. And Candy Kiss. Oh, shit. Holy moly. Candy Kiss, 10-month member. Congrats on 500 episodes. Candy Kiss, thank you so much for your continued support. 10 months. I'm pretty sure you and just a few other people are probably amongst some of the elite of the OGs, okay? With that being said, I'm going to have to figure out a new name for the 10-month member club because you guys rock, all right? This gavel slam goes out to you, my friend. Darlene hitting us up with another super sticker. Hold on, Darlene. I have to jump to my other chat here to see what that was. I love the super stickers. It's just, fortunately, on my other streaming platform, it doesn't show me what they are. Oh, I see it. Yep. Here, it's the tough. Oh, yeah. Let's see how I've been working out a bit. Not a lot. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Look at that. What's up? Yeah, I love it, Darlene. Thank you so much for that super sticker. Spam them if you got them, ladies and gentlemen. You know what to do. Oh, man. Are we going to get this show started or what? I'm just kidding. Let me just make sure I got everybody here. I think I did. Thank you guys so much for getting this show started. Again, I appreciate all donations. As some of you may not know, all donations go 100% back into this channel. That's what brings you this court coverage. That's what brings you this continued court updates. So again, thank you guys so much for your continued support. We've been going on for just over 1 year, 500 episodes, ladies and gentlemen, and we could not have done it without you guys. So this party is actually a big thank you for you all right? So, ow, shit, hold on. One more. All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get my chat scroll down here so I'm up to date on what's chat saying. I am working on trying to keep myself updated and more in tune with my chat. So I hope I'm doing a little bit better job. Something I promised y'all for the new year, along with keeping the banner down, which I think I've done an all right job on that. So we're working on it. Thank you guys for your patience. I see you. Hold on. Sorry about that. Whoa, I'm checking it right now. Hold on. I apologize. I had to get that set up here. There we go. I got Cashapp up. I see you. Thank you so much. Let me give you a heart there. Thank you so much for that $10 Cashapp that reads for congratulations on 500 hours. Well, let me tell you something, my friend. It's actually 500 episodes. Hours? I'll tell you exactly how many hours we have right now. Give me 1 second. I can do that right now. Check this out. Let's go to the old analytics. Let's see what we're at on watch time. Okay, so I click on that. So I'm looking at, I don't know if this is, oh, I got to go for lifetime. Let's see what my watch time is for lifetime. All right, so my watch hours are going to be, I'm at 108,000 watch hours. So about to hit 5,000 whoa, we just did hit 5K subscribers. Hold on. Holy moly. So we've just hit 5K subscribers tonight. Thank you guys so much for that. We've got 500 episodes tonight, 108,000 watch hours, and we're about to hit 750,000 total views on our way to 1 million, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. We definitely got to do another one of these. Yep. So I see you. I did get your Cashapp, and a big thank you to you. This gavel slam goes out to you, my friend. All right. So, as promised, let's get this show started. Now, this wouldn't be a party without some party favors, right? Now, for most of you know, I'm not a big drinker, but on an occasion like this, it's all right to celebrate. And it is Saturday night. I don't got much planned for tomorrow, so if I'm a little hungover, it's all right, okay? Because, I am 41 years old, so it doesn't take much to get me hungover anymore. Let me share with you what I got, all right? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't plan on consuming this all tonight. As a matter of fact, if I was to do that, I probably am not going to be, one, finishing the show, and two, probably going to feel like total shit tomorrow. So it's not going to happen. But I thought it was pretty cool. That's why I bought it, because they sell you little ones, but just for a little bit more, you get the bigger one. And you know me, I'm always about value, baby. So let me show you what I'm going to be sipping on tonight. And no, it is not a traditional IPA, okay? We're going different. For the 500 episodes, I'm switching it up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, let me introduce to you tonight. Hold on, I definitely need this is going to require some type of effect. What should we do? Damn. I think this is going to be suspense. Buzzballs, biggies, baby. Yeah, we're doing it the big stuff. Dude, this thing is, I got a big head, bro. Look how big this thing is. It's a water bottle. This thing's like the size of a cannonball, all right? So never tried one of these, as a matter of fact. I heard, they've had these out for a while. They weren't too popular back in my youth days, but I guess they're coming back. So, oh, and by the way, I didn't even ask, how's the audio doing? We are on kind of the new audio setup. We're still not on the new camera setup. That'll be hopefully starting our new episode. I'm slowly just kind of trying to get used to everything here. So one thing at a time with me, but hopefully the audio is down. If we got this down, then we move over to getting the camera down. And what I mean by camera means we're going to have a better angle, better quality as well. Let me get chat brought up on here. Sounds good. Roofer, thank you so much for that sound check. All right, let's get this show started. Enough of this. Oh, wait, I got to pour me a drink, though. We can't start the 500th episode party without having a drink first, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, join me. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to pour this. I did this because I didn't want to look like a hobo, I didn't want to do this lake style, like a pirate, just arg. So I'm going to do this kind of with a little class. I'm going to throw this in my Stanley. Oh, yeah. And yes, check out what I got in here. Yeah, we got that Sonic Ice. It's actually from Circle K, but I call it that Sonic Ice. You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Best ice in the world, baby. All right, so let me just pour me a little bit of this in here, and then I'm going to just be sipping on this tonight. Daisy, acting? No, this ain't acting, baby. You must be new to the show. That's why I gave everybody a sound warning. We're not your traditional court news channel, if you haven't figured that out yet. All right, cheers, everybody. Well, not cheers yet. Hold on, let me just pour this. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure I don't get this all over my keyboard here. That's secret number one. Ooh, it's even got one of these fancy little tops here. Oh, shit, hold on. Before I mess this up, I remember it said shake well. See, I almost screwed this up. So let's shake this baby up. All right, I think that's good enough. Now, some of you are wondering what flavor we're working with tonight. I've got the, I've got to do it Mexican style. In my New Mexican tradition, I've got the chili mango Biggie Buzz Ball. Now, this thing is pretty strong. The guy at the Circle K, I asked him, about how much should I drink of this, and he said, well, I'll tell you this. He says 2 of those little buzz balls usually gets people pretty buzzed. I don't know how many of those are in here, but what I do know is this thing has about 15% alcohol volume. That's pretty strong. I think even an IPA is like at 8.9%. And it does say it's made with vodka and tequila. So I don't think this is those like wine cooler shit. I hope not, because that stuff gives me a hangover, even if I drink a little bit of it. So if this is legit like vodka and tequila mixed with whatever they make it to flavor it as a mango chili, hey, I'm down for it. Let's check it out. Let's see. Let's get this party started. All right, let's see. I was just going to do about half. Half a cannonball, I think, is all right. Half a ball. All right, that's good for it. Well, one more. It's a party, right? All right. I think we're good. That's about a quarter of a ball. So we'll see what that does tonight. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're going to be professional tonight. We've got a panel show, so can't get all schwacked out. All right. So cheers, everybody. Happy 500th episode again. Couldn't do this without you guys. Love you guys. Cheers, baby. Not bad. Now, you can definitely taste the alcohol in here, but it tastes delicious. But you can definitely taste the alcohol, so it's good. It's very good. Cheers. All right, let's get this show started. I know I've already said that before. Let me check. I will actually check. I don't think that person's blocked, to be honest with you. I've never even heard of that name. But let me just check that for you, Miss Miranda. Have you asked them if they've blocked me? Because that seems to be a big issue sometimes with people that sometimes think they're blocked, is they've actually blocked me, because there's a few different places you can block people. And I forget which one it is that people forget to unblock sometimes there. But let me check my end, because I don't think my mods are able to unblock unless they block you right now. Yeah, nobody. I'm sure nobody blocked that person. I've never even heard of Beezer. So let's see here. Let's go here. Let's see what I've got on my end. Yeah, I'm the only one that's got unblock access. Unless you're blocked, I think, as the live stream goes on, I think mods can unblock. But if you were blocked, like, say, 3 episodes back, I think I'm the only one that can unblock you. Let me see here. Let's see here. We don't usually do that a lot here, so it takes me a second to get there. All right, I think I'm here. Hidden users. Let's see. So I'm looking for a name spelled what? Beezer, you said? Let's see here. Hey, go girl! Holy moly, hold on, guys. Let me just take care of this really quick. Let me just check my list here just to see if we've got that individual on here, and I will be right back. We've got some donations that I need to shout out. I apologize. Give me 1 second here. Hopefully you guys can't hear. With the microphone, I'm hoping I'm eliminating you guys hearing that clicking sound. Oh, I already got to the end. Let me ask you this. I don't have a Beezer, but I have somebody called Leave It to Beezer. Would that be them? Okay, so it's not Beezer, it's Leave It to Beezer. Okay, Leave It to Beezer is here. So Leave It to Beezer. You are now unblocked. Thank you, Wandering Spirit. Got it. All right, so you should be able to chat now. Now, I will tell you, you've only people that have been blocked on this show, it's because they break TOS. So behave. You're welcome, Randy. All right, here we go. So we've got that handled. Got that out of the way. Let's jump over here because I just saw on my other phone. We've got, oh yeah, oh my God, I'm so sorry about that. Excuse me, guys. So we've got Candy Kiss 33 with a $20 super chat that reads, sorry, I'm yelling. Best wishes for the next 500 shows. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I look forward to 500 more, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, that's 500 in just over a year. So hopefully we'll reach 1,000 by the end of this year, all right? That's the goal. This gavel slam goes out to you, Candy Kiss. Spam them if you got them, ladies and gentlemen. And you better get ready to spam the shit out of those gavels because we got them going. Baseline measure. Thank you so much. Oh, shit. Baseline is officially part of that elite club. Baseline, thank you so much. Happy 500th. Thank you so much for your continued support, my friend. Glad to see you tonight. This gavel slam goes out to you. Oh, popped it. Go girl! Go girl Rodriguez with the $10 super chat that reads, congratulations NJC on 500 episodes. Oh, hey, I'll cheers with you on that one. We've got, I see the cheers emoji. Go girl, this cheers goes out to you, my friend. And thank you so much for your continued support, Go girl. Wandering Spirit, member for 7 months. I appreciate your continued support. Wandering Spirit, you are now part of the double OG club. So thank you. You've already been an OG, so I appreciate your continued support. And your message reads, NJC, it's Leave It to Beezer. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think we've got it handled. If not, let me know. I will say this, though. Beezer, I've got some rogue mods now that have left. I have a feeling it was one of them, to be honest with you. So, because see, I don't hang out in the drama community. One of them does. So they may have not liked you. But like I said, I've never even heard of you. No offense or anything. All right. Thank you guys again for your support. So let's get going with these updates. And I'm going to be quick because I've got my guest waiting. Mirandy, thank you for your patience. I'm going to be quick on my updates. And we're going to talk about Michelle tonight. All right, where is my notepad? Give me 1 second, and we're going to get going. Notepad, where would you be? Ah. Oops, sorry about that. All right, hold on. I got one other clerical thing I got to do this evening. Hold on here. I almost forgot. All right, let's see here. Okay, cool. Okay, somebody had Instagrammed me, but I think I took care of it. All right, cool. All right, so let me just do this here. Get this. I had to buy. So as part of hitting 500 episodes in just over a year of doing this court news, I have now retired 3 legal pads, those thick yellow ones. So today they ran out of legal pads at the dollar store. I was kind of bummed. I had to switch over. So I got a yellow notepad. It's not the legal pad style, but yes, I had to get another. Finally, I didn't have any more legal pads. So yeah, a lot of writing we do here. We take notes. We actually care. But yes, this has all my updates here, and we're going to rock and roll. As a matter of fact, I hope nobody's playing a game of taking a shot to how many times I said we're going to get started, because you're probably drunk by now. All right. Here we go. Oh, yeah, just 1 second here. I just had one more thing I had to do since I'm here in the settings. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. There we go. All right, cool. All right. All right, so everybody should be able to chat now. All right, I had somebody else reach out to me, so we are good now. All right, so here we go. So as far as your updates for this month, for some of you that probably have been following me for a bit, you're aware that we've actually closed the chapter book on 2 of the individuals that we started last year. Those 2 individuals were Ski Mask Andy and Controlla. Okay, now I have said though, I will keep you updated if those 2 individuals, find themselves in trouble again, or for some reason break their probation, yada, yada, yada. So there may be updates. Hopefully not, but there could be. So what I will be giving you updates on tonight are the people that we are actively still following as far as court cases. All right. So let me start from the top. And like I said, I'm not going to be going too much in depth. If you have any questions about any of these individuals, I've already started coverage on all of them. You can find every single one of these people as far as in court update from the beginning of their case in my live stream library. You just got to search for it. But if you have any questions, you can reach out to me via email, via Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to answer that for you. But tonight, I'm just going to go down the line, give you the person, when their next court date is, and if there's any updates as far as if they had a court date since the last update I gave you, I'll tell you what happened, okay? So here we go. One more drink here. Cheers. Happy 500th episode, baby. All right, let's go. Yes, we do have commercials. We are a monetized channel, so commercials help pay for court coverage. So thank you for your patience on those. All right, so first person on the court update list is EBZ, all right? So pretty simple. EBZ hasn't had anything happen since his last court date, so he is still waiting for his next hearing, which is coming up here very soon. As a matter of fact, it's going to be on the 7th of this month. So today is the 2nd. I believe the 7th will be, let's see here. That is going to be next Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. So next Thursday, I shall have an update for you. Now, I won't have an update for you that Thursday, but because remember, we're going to have a scheduled broadcast, or we're going to have a schedule now. So once I announce that schedule, which I'll announce here in a bit, but the day that would follow after that Thursday, when I come on, that's when I would give you that update. So we'll find out sooner or later here after the 7th what happened with Mr. EBZ. Now, that is going to be a pre-trial conference, so there's probably going to be a few more hearings to go till we find out whether he took a plea deal or he's going to go to trial. But either way, I'll get you an update. All right, moving down the line. Oh, hold on. Sorry, here, did I get a... Oh, wait, sorry, I thought I missed something here. Okay, we're good. All right, so... Going down the line, Tommy James, all right? So Mr. James actually had a court date on February the 26th, okay? It was actually continued. He's had a lot of continuances, poor guy, and it wasn't his fault. As a matter of fact, they continued. They actually rescheduled his court date to, it's actually Monday, I believe. It's March 4th. Yeah, that's going to be on Monday. It's going to be at 1:30 p.m. And the reason they had down on the paperwork for that was continued was it looked like his attorney didn't show up. And it even looked like they tried, I guess, emailing her, and they still didn't get a response. So not too sure what's going on with that. I hope he does have an attorney the next hearing, but I guess we'll find out. Now, Mr. Tommy James did come up a few court updates ago and did come up and talk on his behalf. So kudos to him for doing that. But if you are interested in finding out more about that case, I would recommend you go to our last court update on him and the one where he came up and spoke about it. And that'll give you a good, good update on what's going on with that. But yeah, March 4th. So this Monday, he's got the rescheduled hearing at 1:30 p.m. That's down as a pre-trial hearing. All right, now moving down to Blogger IRL. All right, Mr. Butterfield. Okay, now for some of you that didn't know, the case going with Tommy James actually has to also do with Mr. Blogger IRL or Mr. Butterfield. In that case, Mr. Blogger or Mr. Butterfield was actually a victim in that case. So, but in now going to him here, so I'm not confusing people, this is totally different than what's going on with Tommy James. Blogger, in addition to what he's got with Tommy James, where again, he's a victim in that case, he's actually got himself in trouble on his own with 2 other different cases going on, okay? Not to confuse you. So, in regards to the case having to do with his probation violation, okay, he's got a hearing coming up on March the 5th. So that's going to be Tuesday at 9 a.m. So we're going to have a lot of updates on our next court update show, okay? Get ready for him. He also had a case going on with his, which a lot of you are aware of, the reckless burning. That was a 2nd degree, charge. Now, this is really interesting here, okay? We've got something that happened in regards to that case. So he was scheduled to have a hearing on February the 24th. It was continued to February the 29th, okay? When I looked at it, there was no more dates, okay? So I said, oh shit, something happened. Either he took a plea or something. Well, what happened is they gave him pretty much a deferred sentence. So for some of you that don't know what that is pretty much they told him, hey, you've got a month and a half. If you don't get in trouble, and they've got a list of things they've checked that he can't get in trouble, and I'm going to show you here in a second. That's one of the things I will get in a little depth with. But they said if you don't get in trouble with any of these things in a year and a half, then they'll go ahead and dismiss that charge. Okay, but if he does find himself getting in trouble, which lately he has, okay, most likely they've got it circled. They're going to go ahead and penalize him with the maximum penalty that they can give him for that charge. Okay. So give me just a minute and I'm going to get that pulled up here so I can show you exactly how that paperwork looks like. And welcome everybody just joining the chat. Thank you for taking the time out of your Saturday. We're just finishing up our court updates and then we're going to be heading right down to our panel show with our special guest tonight and get our discussion started on the MGL case. So thank you guys for your patience, especially if you're new to my channel. All right, so let's go here. Ooh, I'm starting to get a little warm, man. These buzz balls do kind of get you a little buzz. I'm just kidding. I'm getting a little warm, though, not going to lie. All right, so here we go. Let me get this pulled up here with you guys. Let me get this. Share screen. Should be this one here. All right, let me just make sure you guys are seeing the same thing I am. All right, great. So again, we've got 2 cases with Mr. Butterfield, but we're going to go to the one that he got the pretty much deferred sentence on. That again is going to be on the case having to do with the reckless burning. So let's see. Ooh, looks like they've got some. This is interesting here because I'm going to read you one thing, but now that I'm looking at some new notes that came on the 1st, it looks like they've terminated some of his case conditions. So I'm wondering if they're saying that he no longer has those as his conditions, or that's saying that he can't terminate those, or, I don't know. The way it's reading is they have taken those conditions off. So I'll probably have to do a little bit of research onto that, but let me show you what they have, what I can show you, or what they have out. This was, let's see here. This came out on February the 29th. The new notes came out on the 1st of this month. So let me share this paperwork with you here. All right, so you guys can see it there. So as you see from the top, we've got the state of Washington as the plaintiff versus Ronald Butterfield. Again, this is the case having to do with reckless burning. So what you're seeing here is what the maximum punishment is. I think it's minimum to minimum and maximum punishment is for that if they're going to sentence him on that charge. Okay, so they've circled 364 days and a $5,000 fine. which looks like it's saying that pretty much if he breaks this agreement, that's more or less what they're going to sentence him or charge or sentence him to. Okay. Now, let's go to the next page here. Now you'll read here, it says, the terms and conditions I agree to while participating, they call it the SOC program, which I just call it a deferred sentence, which is what we call it here in the state of New Mexico. But it is referred to in the state of Washington as the SOC program. So it says, I shall commit no subsequent, or excuse me, one of those ones I just chopped up. I shall commit no subsequent, and then they've got checked criminal law violations, criminal traffic violations, theft-related violations, and alcohol or drug-related violations. Okay, so we would assume that that's exactly what he can't violate, right? But again, those new notes came out on the 1st that almost looked like they just went ahead and said, hey, we're not putting any conditions to your deferred sentence, which is kind of weird. But I'll get you some more info on that, especially for those that are following this case. All right, there's 5 pages here, so you'll just see where he's initialed. And then at the end, it says, this is what I wanted you guys to see here. This is where I got that time frame of how long his, his deferred sentence is for. All right, here you go. So here's where he signs, and there you go. So it shows you, it's dated. They're going to review this, or excuse me, no, I'm not review, excuse me. So his pretty much, as long as he behaves till September 29th of 2026, they'll dismiss the charges on that case. All right. So that was the paperwork that I wanted to share with you regarding to that. Let us move on. Moving on to Trina Golden, and we are almost done. We've got Trina and Jimmy, the Christian, and Q. So just a couple more people, and then we are moving on. So again, thank you all for your patience. All right, so with Trina, let's see here. Trina Golden, let's see here. Let me go to, actually jump back over to the chat so I can catch up with you guys. All right, so let me take that off of there. There we go. All right. So with Trina Golden, her next hearing, so nothing really happened from the last court update I got you guys on Trina. Her next hearing, just to give everybody a reminder, is going to be in April 17th, okay? That's going to be a pretrial conference. She's got her jury trial scheduled for the month of April. It was originally scheduled for the end of February going into the beginning of March, but that was rescheduled, more likely having to do with the fact that she was representing herself. She had originally had a public defender, then fired him, was representing herself pro se, but now she has that original public defender now representing her. So because obviously they're going to need a little bit more time just to kind of go over what's happened since they were fired, I imagine that's why they went ahead and rescheduled it for another month. So with Trina, we've got another hearing, and that'll be, or excuse me, Trina's next hearing will be coming up on April the 17th. All righty, moving on. Jimmy the Christian. All right. So I've got some updated news with Jimmy the Christian. Okay. Finally, it looks like they're starting to get this investigation going. Okay. Because guess what now? All right. Originally, they were only charging him with one charge. Now, so at the beginning, when we first started coverage on Jimmy the Christian, AKA, because he's not a Christian, AKA James Leonard War Nichols. When we first started coverage on him, he was originally just looking at one charge. Now, that was my fault because I didn't see that he actually had 2 different charges. Okay. Now, once we found that out, we began coverage on both those charges. Okay. So the first charge was for possession of child pornography. Okay. The second charge, which is a felony, the second charge was for the lewd and lascivious exhibition. Okay. So he had 1 count and 1 count, both felonies. Now they've updated the one case having to do with the possession of child pornography. He is now facing 21 counts. All right. 21 felony counts of child pornography. All right. He's still facing the 1 count of the lewd and lascivious exhibition. And then what they went ahead and did is they finally now combined both those cases onto one court date. And his next court date is coming up this month on March 11th at 9:30 a.m. So, I will definitely be giving you an update on that. This guy is probably going to be facing some serious jail time, and rightfully so. And it's good that they've, updated that with the 21 counts now. And who knows what else is going on. Remember, this is going to be not even a statewide. This is going to be a countrywide investigation at this point, because he's committed a lot of crimes according to what according to his little manifesto in a lot of other states. Okay, and he did testify to these detectives that were interviewing him about that. So, and we do know that they raided a storage locker of his in the state of Kansas. All right, so I'd imagine there's going to be a lot of other charges coming down on this individual, and from other different states as well. So I will definitely keep you updated as soon as I start getting all that put together. But it looks like they are starting to get this investigation rolling, as well as the case going. So, all right, everybody. So let's go down to our last update. That's going to be on Q. So this was a pretty interesting one. I almost forgot about Q. Reason being is, remember when we were starting coverage on him, he was facing two things. Well, one was the original charge was harassment. Okay, that's what caught this channel's attention. And then when we were looking at his harassment charge, we found out that he had also was facing an eviction from his landlord or his property management company. Okay, we did update you on that charge, or on that case. They did go ahead and what's the word I'm trying to think of here? They settled as far as with that, and they evicted him, is how it goes. They agreed with what the property management wanted as far as what he owed, and they evicted him. Now, when I went to go ahead and do an update on the harassment case, which at that time it was still just showing awaiting plea. Okay. When I went to look at that today, it's showing that that's now, it's not an active case. Actually, let me just show you. That's the easiest way to do this. And it's showing that it's not active, which is one thing, but then it showed another new case that came up. So I want to share that with you, okay? Looks like he's being now charged with a count, and maybe this is not new news to some of y'all, but as far as this court channel putting it out, it is for us. It looks like he's now been charged with abandoning a vehicle on public/private property, which is just a misdemeanor. That was filed on February the 26th, and it looks like they sent him a summons on March 1st, okay? Let me show you here really quick his paperwork. Give me a second. Get that here. That's going to be... Pull that up here. There we go. All right, just give me a minute here. I thought I had it already pulled up, but it just takes a minute on their site. They're really quick. All right. All right, here we go. Let me go ahead and share this page with you guys here. All right, here we go. Make sure you guys are looking at the same page I am. All right, perfect. Here we go. So as you can see, there's the three cases that he had. One is inactive, okay? One is closed. So the one having to do with his property management, the eviction, that was closed. Then the one having to do with the harassment charge looks like it's inactive, okay? Didn't give me much information on it. Like they didn't have as far as, what what they went ahead and did on that. It just still was showing. I'll show you here, actually, as a matter of fact, just so we can see together what it says. So I'll have to look into that. As a matter of fact, maybe Q can just tell us what's going on with that. But let me go ahead and share that tab. Make sure you guys can see it. Yep. All right. But there you go. So it shows case status inactive. This was having to do with the under charges, the harassment charge. All right. And that offense date was on January the 12th of this year. The only thing that we see is just on January 22nd of this year was certified summons accepted. So it does look like he still has a balance of $9.25 on that case, though, in case you're watching. All right, but here's that new one. This one was filed on February 26th, okay? This is the one that is active. Let me go ahead and share this tab here with you. Make sure you guys can see this. All right, perfect. As you can see on the top, this is an active case. Okay, this is the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus James Nicholas Metallo, aka Q. Let's see here. Going down to the bottom, you can see, under charges, this is going to be for a description under abandoning vehicle on public/private property. Offense date was February 26th of this year. And it looks like the status is awaiting plea. And last note was filed on March 1st of this year, and it shows summons was issued. Looks like they went ahead and sent them at first class. So that's all I got. And again, I didn't even know that was going on. I was just going to see what was going on with his harassment case, and then saw that that was inactive, and then saw that he had picked up this new charge. So there you go. All right, y'all. So that completes our court case update. All right. So again, thank you everybody for your patience on that. What we're going to move into now is what I call a news segment. As a matter of fact, let's take a little ninth inning stretch, okay? Give me a second. Let me get this out of the screen. All right. As a matter of fact, we're going to call it the ninth inning drink, all right? So again, if you're having an adult beverage tonight, even if it's just a glass of coffee, whatever, I'm going to raise my cup here. Cheers. Thank you guys again for all your support, for making this channel the success that it is, reaching 500 episodes, all right? Almost 5K subscribers and still going strong 1 year later, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you guys for that. Cheers. All right. So I'm going to introduce to you guys a new segment. As a matter of fact, if you guys like this segment, we might continue with this going forward onto our continued court update shows. But this new segment that I'm going to introduce is called Self-Incriminator of the Week. Actually, we need a suspense. Drop that suspense effect. You guys ready? Here you go. So I'm going to introduce to you guys today the Self-Incriminator of the Week. This week's Self-Incriminator is a person that we actually closed a chapter on this year. You guessed it, that is Big T, Controlla. And I'm just going to go ahead and play the clip, and I'll let you guys guess as to what she did that self-incriminated herself. Now, keep in mind, for some of you that don't know what's going on with this individual, she was just recently sentenced to some probation, okay? Here you go. Oh, sorry, hold on.
I'm going to get a St. Patrick's Day set.
There we go. Oh, and shout out to the
I'm going to get my nails done right now.
Go ahead and drop your link in a second.
I'm going to get a St. Patrick's Day set. I'm going to get Lucky Charm nails. They're magically delicious. I'm super early for my appointment, and I should have brought a fucking cone or something with me, but I didn't, and I'm not going to go all the way home. No, there wasn't a leak in the kitchen. There was a leak in the bedroom. The kitchen, there was a leak, but that was mad long ago. That whole kitchen needs to be redone. That kitchen hasn't been done since like the 70s.
March 1st, you are correct. Yes. Screaming, driving, and smoking. Yes. After the judge let her know, Miss Controller, I hope you don't scream and drive anymore. Why don't you add smoke and drive as well? Allegedly. Got one of these. All right, that's it. So, congratulations to our, oops, wrong one, Self-incriminator of the week. And again, thank you so much to our clip channel that actually put this out. That is the More Crazy Clips channel. Let me get that link out here. We've actually featured a few clips from that channel, so shout out to them for doing their work. And there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you one last new segment that I'd like to introduce. Now, again, going forth, if you like these, I'm not probably going to do it one right after each other, but I just wanted to get them out of the way. That way we can just get right to what most of you are here for, which is tonight's panel show with our special guest. So, last segment that I wanted to introduce to you is going to be called World Court News Update. Oh, wait, that was the joke one. Hold on. Should we do more? Ah, no, that's not good. Sorry about that. How about thunder? I like that. All right, hold on. Let me start this over again. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you today our World Court News Update. There we go. All right. So for your World Court News Update, here we go. So for some of you that haven't been following this case, this is a recommendation. Okay, I'm going to make it simple and quick. Just recently, they've started in my state, more specifically in the Santa Fe District Court, the hearing having to do with the Rust movie. For some of you that aren't familiar with that, that is the movie production that had to do with Alec Baldwin. He was a producer and actor that allegedly shot or accidentally shot and killed a member of that production. It's a whole long story about it. I'm not going to get into it. Now, in our next World Court News Update, I probably will. But what I'd like to do is, that way for some of you that are going to be interested in this new segment and want to follow this with me, I recommend you start checking it out. As a matter of fact, I've been following this case I'm getting a little bit too far ahead of myself. So what they've started now in regards to this is they've kind of started both. There's two hearings going on. There's a hearing against Alec Baldwin, okay? And there's a hearing against the armor. This is the person that handed the gun, last person to touch what was supposed to be a gun that didn't have any live ammunition. Okay, this is a movie set. Okay, so what happened was there was a live bullet, an actual round in that gun, and it went off. So the whole kind of suspense to this trial is, how did that bullet get there? And that's the negligence that this girl, the armor, is facing. Okay. So because she was the last one to hand and was supposed to clear that weapon, and she supposedly did clear it when she handed it as a cold weapon to Alec Baldwin, who's the actor who shot the weapon, she is now being tried for that as well. So they're trying both cases separately, but they're going on around at the same time. The one having to do with Hannah Gutierrez, the armorer, that one is actually in person. So she is currently every day as of last week, and it's going to continue again this Monday, having to go into court. It goes on all day long. Court TV is actually, let me give you guys the link. I'll give you the link to one of the last updates they gave on, but that's where I've been watching it live. You can watch the hearing live. So very interesting. They're starting to get to some interesting stuff now. So I recommend, if you guys are into that stuff, checking it out, especially if you have nothing else to watch all day. It's goes on all day long, and it's something that we're going to be discussing on our next court update, and we'll get a little bit into it because it's interesting. Also, it's something that I might be able to even bring to you live, being that it is in my state. So we'll look into that too. All right, let me just get you that link really quick. Stop sharing this. This is going to be or Court TV, excuse me. All right, so let's go to their last video here. Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of civil cases going on with that too. You're correct, Sunshinery. So that's the link to the court TV channel. It's a YouTube channel. I think they are even on your regular, like just if you get internet TV, you can find them for free. But yeah, they're on day 7. So I guess on Monday they'll start with day 8. And that's what Hannah Gutierrez. I'm not sure when they're going to start the in-person hearings. Right now, the last, when Alec Baldwin, the last thing he did was put in his plea of not guilty. They just did that over the phone. So he didn't have to do that in person. So I'm not too sure if he's going to start having to show up and if they're going to do an in-person hearing with him. But for right now, they're doing the in-person live trial of Hannah Gutierrez, who was the armor on that set. All right. So that concludes your World Court News Update. Sorry, man. I love this sound effect sport. I'm sorry. You know how I am with this shit, man. All right. That concludes, for some of you, the boring stuff. For a lot of you, that was fun, right? Informative. Let's get to the real show, right? All right, you guys, let's get this shit out of the way and let's get this panel show started. Just give me a sec just to get myself prepared here. What I mean prepared for is, let me just take a drink really quick. Let me post the link up, and that way our guest can come up. And I've got just a few things I want to share, and together we can discuss this. I've got some questions. We can talk about whatever. Like I said, what I'd like to focus on mainly, as far as my part, what I was going to talk about a little bit is just as far as what type of punishment or sentencing is MGL or Michelle facing now that she is being tried as a repeat offender? We know this because this station brought you the live hearing. Okay. Now I wasn't live, but as soon as it was done, I was there. And as soon as it was done, I broadcasted it. And I did that live from the actual courthouse, right actually in front of the courtroom that she should have been in. But as most of you saw, she was a no-show and she was supposed to be there. Okay. I don't care what she says. All right. And that's exactly why I'm glad that this channel was there, because God forbid if we were not, what other shit she would have said happened. And even showing the actual footage of what happened, she still said, you get it. I'm sure most of you heard. But anyways, there was a lot of people that went down for this hearing. My guest tonight, Mirandi, was one of them. So I'd like to talk to her a little bit about, how her day went, if she wants to talk a little bit about her perspective on that day in the case, on Michelle's no-show, whatever. But like I said, on my end, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information as far as what she is possibly looking at or facing now that we know. And that's why I was kind of alluding back to that hearing, was because, and you can go back to this and you'll hear the judge say that her case has now been moved, okay, out of his jurisdiction, which that was a traffic court judge, all right, that does hear DUIs, but usually just like your first DUI or second, because she's being now tried as a repeat offender, all right, because she's got a history of DUIs, multiple DUIs from different states and from the state of Georgia. This case is now going into the jurisdiction of the Superior Court, okay, and that's exactly what that judge said. You can see it for yourself, okay, and then that judge said that, okay, no, that's exactly what he said. Excuse me. That was it. So, and the judge said the reason is because she is now being tried as a repeat offender because of the fact that she's got so many DUIs. He can't hear her case. And just to clarify something, the reason that she wasn't issued a bench warrant was because of the fact that he can't do anything like that because it is officially out of his jurisdiction. All right. That's why there was a bench warrant not issued, not because she already knew she wasn't supposed to be there, all that, yada, yada, yada. All right. So anyways, Mirandi wants to talk a little bit about that. Hey, I welcome it. But either way, let me get this link out. We may open this out to other people for right now. I'd like to just open up to Mirandi. If she wants to let some other people on, I don't know if she's got some other people that she knows that wants to talk about this too. More than welcome to come up. And I don't mind anybody coming up either as well. But I know as far as just starting off my interview, I'd like to just speak with Mirandi first. And like I said, then we can open up the panel. Anybody that wants to come up and speak about this. All right. So let's see here. Let me get this part up here. This is the stuff I wanted to share. All right. So yeah, look at that. And yes, those are 3 separate mug shots. Okay. Even though the first one looks kind of like the second one, notice she doesn't have her glasses. Does she like to wear? Damn, she must wear a lot of gray. Interesting. Anyways, all right. Let me just get ready for this. Let me get the link shared here. Invite. Copy. Paste. That's correct. I remember she did get in some trouble. And you know what? I need to follow up on that. Thank you for reminding me, Raging Cajun. She got in trouble for harassing an operator. And I'm not sure exactly what happened into that case. So thank you for reminding me. I'm sure she's got a lot more trouble going on with her new cases. But yeah, that's not going to help. All right. So there's the link. While we're waiting for our guest to come up, I'm going to take another little sippy of my drink. Do a little shouting out here. Good to see everybody. What up, Tammy? What up, Lucy Always Wins? What up, Simpin' Ain't Easy? What up, Roofer? What up, Sunshinery? What up, Ryan Brenner? What up, Share Bear 58? What up, Chihuahua Mama? What up, Flash? Candy Cane in the house. Raging Cajun in the house. I think I said already what up. Sorry. Gold Curl. What up, my friend? Leave it to Beezer. Welcome again. Let's see. ICU in the house. Brooklyn Jane in the house. What up? I always have to look at your name a few times before I say it because it's so long. Pama No Week at 1976. Good to see you, my friend. All right. All right. Some shout outs there while we're waiting. What up, Madam Star? All right. Our guest here. Let me go ahead and bring our guest up. Good evening, Mirandy. Is it Mirandy or Miranda? How do I say that?
It's Mirandy.
Mirandy. I'm so sorry if I've said your name incorrectly in the past. So thank you for correcting me. Welcome, Mirandy. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good. I was about to go to bed, so I was like,
I know. You know what? Thank you for your patience. I try to zoom through that as quick as I could. So thank you for staying up because I know it does get a little bit late here on my show sometimes. So but I thank you again. I was very excited to speak to you since our last time that we spoke, which was actually at the Michelle's last court date, which was in Hamilton, Georgia.
Right.
So thank you for coming up to my show and making it out. How are you doing, first off?
I'm doing good. And you?
I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking.
I have one request.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's me not be on the panel with Michelle if she was to come in.
Oh, she's not allowed, actually, as a matter of fact. She's been banned off of YouTube, which actually, I'm not going to get into that. I know some other channels have been featuring her. Contrary to, I think that channel was the one responsible to getting her banned off YouTube, but that's another story. Anyways, but no, she's not allowed on my panel, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
She's banned from YouTube, hence why she can't come up on this platform. So,
all right, sounds good.
Request is okay. All right, your audio sounds great. Thank you so much for having an awesome mic. I just want to start off by, I guess, if you want to introduce yourself to like my audience, just really quick, if you want to kind of tell everybody about what, what you do, what your channel's about, maybe a little bit of how you got into the whole Michelle lore, if that's all right with you.
Michelle lives in my area where I live. We're like 20 minutes apart from one another. Wow. My channel has been up for a little over I would say 3 months. The only reason my channel is about a little bit of everything. We do karaoke, we do a little bit of true crime. I'm just dabbling a little bit into it because this is all new to me. We do prayer requests. I take you guys out to eat. We just do a bunch of things over there. So
that sounds like a lot of fun. That's the type of channels I like. So
yeah, we try to keep the drama out, except when it comes, we have our days that Michelle gets spoken in, and that is because Michelle is a hot train wreck.
Right. Well, what's interesting, and I'm glad you told me a little bit about yourself, is I actually didn't know that you lived near her. I wasn't sure if you had traveled down with Tragic or not. So That was new to me. So I'm glad that you shared that with me, because I mean, as somebody that lives close to her, you definitely should be concerned about somebody that drives drunk in your area.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I have
Um,
kids and grandkids, so that also, and family that rides that road. So Beezer, Leave It to Beezer was also there at the courthouse with us.
Okay, so thank you for letting me know, because see, I wasn't sure exactly all who showed up. So I know we had you there. There was Tragic. Beezer was there. I don't think I met Beezer, did I? And maybe I'm just not remembering, but I thought I just met you and Tragic. Is that?
She was in the car when Tragic pulled up and was talking
Oh,
to you.
okay.
She was driving. And
Oh,
my husband was there.
okay. So I think I got Beezer and Tragic mixed up then. I apologize. So I did meet Beezer. So Beezer was driving when you guys came up, and then I met you. Okay, I got
Yes.
it. I got it.
Mhm.
All right. So I apologize, Beezer. I apologize, because I did meet you. I just got everybody a little confused, because I had not, like I said, I don't follow a lot of the channels in that community. So a lot of these names and channels are new to me. So thanks for clarifying that. We also had Tabby there. We
Yeah.
had Lucy there,
Mhm.
and I think that was it, unless
Mr. Lucy.
Mr. Lucy. Okay,
And
excellent.
my husband, Mr. Mirandy.
Mr. Morani was there as well. See, a lot of people. See, I did not know. Wow, excellent.
Mhm.
Um, so, and then I think I was also told that there was going to maybe possibly the mad people down there, which I didn't see. I'm not sure if you saw. I went in the courthouse about 15 till, so I'm
There
not sure
was
if
a
anybody showed
meeting
up.
there was a meeting done with them with Lucy. But no, they did not show up.
Oh, okay, good, good. Well, I'm glad there was actually some interaction with somebody that knows about what's going on and all that, and was able to share, that
Yes.
information with them at least. So great. Well, that's good to learn.
Mm.
So well, congratulations on your channel.
Oh, thank
I
you so
think
much.
I went and subscribed, and you're doing very well. So for just being 3 months up, congratulations on that.
Yeah, I'm like
Um,
41 away from 1,000. So yeah, it's
oh
growing
yeah,
pretty
wow,
fast.
great job,
Yeah.
excellent. Yeah, no, you're doing awesome. Yeah, congrats on that. Um, And see, I was going to ask you how your drive was, because I had a long drive. See, I thought you had came over from with Tragic, so I didn't know if you had came over from that area. So, um,
Mine was 25 minutes.
well, damn, yeah. Well, you should be concerned, because you definitely will be driving possibly could be driving next to her. That's crazy. No, that's good to know. I mean, because it doesn't matter where you're from, but it's good to hear from somebody that actually, is a citizen of that area, or even a resident of that state, because those people are the ones that have every right to be concerned and
Mhm.
should have every right to voice their opinion about this matter.
Absolutely.
So, can you fill me in on a little bit of things here? Because I'm trying to kind of get all this straightened out here, because I'm trying to learn a little bit more about Michelle in this case, as far as her DUIs. Are you so when we were there that day? It sounded like they were going to prosecute her as a repeat offender. Now, I was aware of the fact that she had a previous DUI in the state of Georgia, and she had 3 other DUIs from multiple other states. Um, but some people have mentioned now that could there possibly be another DUI or a few more, being that they're trying her as a repeat offender, which I did not see any. So I was just wondering if you, based on any of your research or information, if you've found out or exactly how, did she have a DUI that we didn't see, or
I want to say that there is 3 in Georgia, and then she has 1 in North Carolina or something like that. I don't know where the other one is, but
3 in Georgia. All right. So I was just aware of 1, and then the 2 that now, well, 2 now that she's being so you're saying she has 3 now, or 2 that she's been found guilty of and facing, or she's been found guilty of 3 now facing 2 in the state of Georgia?
okay, that would be 2 facing now in Georgia, 1.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. All
Mhm.
right, so that's the same info I had. Okay, great. No, I just wanted to make sure, because um, I just, based on what I've looked at, I can't see anything else other than what we already knew. So I just wanted to, make sure that I just didn't miss anything. So,
And
all
I
right.
have been boots on the ground, and I have visited a couple of places, and I have spoke with a couple of people, as well as talked to a couple of people on the phone. And Michelle is feeding a lot of YouTube bull. Michelle does not have a license.
Okay.
And what makes her think she's going to walk away from this? Not from how they talk to me. She's not walking away from this with clean hands.
I can't see how she is. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not sure if you're aware of like my history, but my father is a judge. So I refer to him, not well, previous judge. He doesn't practice anymore. He's retired, but he was a city judge. He dealt with DUI. So I've been able to kind of, consult with him on a lot of this. And he's doesn't see how she's getting out of any of this, as a matter of fact. So at the minimum, she's going to be facing, as a repeat offender, she's going to be facing some jail time. It's just based on what I'm seeing. And we're going to take a look at something here in a second, which is just simply what the penalties are, for the state of Georgia. As a repeat offender, if she's found guilty of this next DUI, she would be facing, if I'm not mistaken, some minimum mandatory time. So,
Yeah, Beezer says she's one convicted in Georgia and then 2 pending, I
okay.
think. Yeah, that's how I have
That's
how
what
I
I
have it on my
and
paperwork
then
that I
anyone
have.
convicted. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So it sounds like then, if that's the case, then they are then considering the other DUIs in the other states then. So
Mhm.
that's good. So a lot of people were just kind of confused about that. So thank you for sharing that information with me. The other, let's see here. I had a few questions here.
And I will be at every court date.
Okay, great.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that because, for me, obviously, it's very difficult to make that trip. So now that I hear that you're from there or that area, and now that what you said, I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah,
Are
and
you,
Beezer lives on the other side of Atlanta, and I think she's like 45 minutes to an hour. She also will be participating in these court dates as well.
excellent. Excellent. Are you guys planning on are you guys going to try to film the court dates if possible?
I don't know how to do all that. Like I said, I'm dipping my toes into this stuff, and what made me really get involved with the Michelle thing was the first DUI. Then when she had everybody thinking that she walked away, and we really thought something was going to be done, and I was like, no, really. Then when this second one come about right after the other one, I said, no, somebody's got to step in and going to have to follow this through and not back down to this being done. Mostly a citizen that drives these streets with her every day.
Right, right. No, you have every right to. I'm glad to hear that. And the reason I asked was because, and again, we can speak about this later. But if you'd like to, and if you need help with that, I'd be more than happy to help you with that. Okay, so obviously I can't make it down there, but I would, I think that's a case that at the minimum, should at least be given updates, which I can get, without having to be there. But you know how we've already seen, even from this first hearing and it being, recorded, that she was already trying to make up lies about, her having not to be there and all that. And I think it's important that somebody be there and bring that to the public. So, we can see exactly what's going on and make, and know, what's the truth and what's not. So that's great. I'm glad to hear that you're going to be following up on this case because, unless I can make it down there, the best I can do is just what I can find, as far as public information through FOIA requests or, just calling down to the court clerk's office and just having them give me an update over the phone.
Right.
But like I said, if you need any help with that, I'd be more than happy to help you. It's, just mainly it's just filling out paperwork and submitting it. That's all, and then of course, I don't know if you saw what I had to do, I guess, in the state of Georgia, which was different for me. You actually kind of, versus other states that I've had to do this before with, they'll let you know through the application process whether you're, approved or not. It was a little bit different with Georgia, which is, they told me you can come down and you're pretty much going to have, the judge will hear it at that time. And that's exactly what happened. I pretty much almost had like plea a case as to why I needed why I wanted to record. So that was new. And I'm not sure if you saw that, but
I
that would
did.
be something that you may have to do. But that could be different because now it's moving from that traffic court to superior court. Pretty
Yeah,
much
that's
it
what I
just
was gonna
depends on the
ask.
judge. That's the judge's decision.
Mm,
And I guess how they want to do it is how they want to do it. So, but if
okay.
you're interested in that, I'd be more than happy to help you with that. So,
All right.
but that's great. I'm glad that you're going to be following up with that. That's great news to hear because after I heard about this second, I thought it was a joke. My phone started blowing up at night with messages on Instagram, and I'm like, what the, you know what I mean? And as
Mhm.
a matter of fact, let me just share this here. I guess, and maybe you might know. I don't know if it was Tragic or whose channel it was that was able to get the paperwork here, but it looks like they didn't have the incident report came out. I know it's a little bit hard to see on my end, but
Mm,
I mean, we were able to, obviously see this and confirm, all the charges.
right.
I know she had made up a story a little bit about, she denied. Okay, and then that's what I said because I see Tragic had her name
Yes,
on here, so
those
I
are
wasn't
her.
sure if she was responsible
Mhm.
for that. So I wanted to give her the credit. So shout out to Tragic for getting that paperwork and everything and putting that up for everybody to see. Um, I know she had said something about on the second DUI that the reason they gave her the DUI was because she refused the DUI, and she's stating that, pretty much that because they had something against her is why that she had actually not refused it,
Right.
and because they were mad at her, they just pretty much ignored her request to do it and said she refused it. So
Right.
uh, I'm glad that this paperwork and everything came out. I'm trying to get the body cam footage for this last DUI. Only reason I'm even trying because the first one it was denied because they said they were still under investigation. But being that this is a different arresting agency, I'm hoping that maybe that will be different. I don't know yet. So I guess that would maybe help and tell us a little bit more. But as far as um, what has been, I mean, what has been, do you know what she was trying to, like, kind of bluff on or deny that has been proven through these reports, not obviously that was true?
Well, she was on another channel just the other day, and she was asked the question, did she spit on the officer?
Okay, that's what I was trying to get to. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And she says she tried 2 times, but wouldn't no spit come out. I know it sounds ridiculous. I know, but you got to remember who we're dealing with.
Right,
But yes,
right.
she tried to spit on the officers, but no saliva never hit them because it wouldn't come out. So, and
Interesting.
of
Well,
course, everything she said that her tag was not messed with, that it was exactly the way that the dealership, and she's supposedly supposed to get a paper come Monday stating that it hadn't been tampered with, the tag hadn't been tampered with. So,
so let me get this straight. So she's originally that she was pulled over because of the tag, and my understanding it was the fact that it wasn't where it was supposed to be, which is where your license plate is. She had
right,
it, I guess, in the window in the back
right.
seat, kind of. Um,
And the
Now
windows were tinted.
in the window, well,
The
obviously they
windows were
probably didn't see
tinted.
that then, so they probably saw she had no tag then and pulled over for that reason.
Mhm.
Now, she's stating though that vehicle was a vehicle she's purchased from a dealership.
Yes.
Okay, but she supposedly has no license though. Is that correct?
She said that she purchased it in Louisiana, and come to find out, she never got an ID in Georgia. She said that she has a Louisiana license, and how she come to get the Louisiana license was because she said that one of her followers let her use their address and had some mail sent there. So now she gets to use that residence as hers
In Louisiana.
in Louisiana.
Hmm. So she's stating she doesn't have a Georgia driver's license, that her driver's license that she was currently in. So assuming, if what I'm listening to then is she's stating that then the first DUI that she got, she was driving with a Louisiana driver's license then?
That's what I'm taking.
Okay, I'm going to look into that.
Mhm.
That's pretty interesting. And that information will be available too, because obviously they had to get her licensed,
Absolutely.
Yeah, interesting.
But the officer said, Beezer said, but the officer said it was a Mississippi license that the last DUI. So the last DUI was on a Mississippi license as
Okay.
well.
Okay. Yeah. And the reason I asked about the license is because, to purchase a car, you need proof of a license,
Right.
obviously, and other things. But yeah, it
They
sounds
took her
like
license that day, that night. When they
Well, I'm
took
sorry. What was that?
when they took her to jail that night, they took her license.
Okay. Yeah. And I can't see her having a license now, even if she had a temporary one from the first one, which that expires eventually. They don't just let you keep that till, they just give you temporary just so you can go to work, tell your boss that, shit's going to happen. And, that's about it.
Mhm.
I can't imagine her having a license now. Now, has she been on any videos showing her live streaming and driving since the second DUI?
No.
Okay. All right. And she's currently live streaming on Kick. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't follow her. Even following her as far as the court thing, I'm just following this case specifically. I haven't gotten into any. I know she's pending a divorce case right now, and there's a lot of things going on with that. But as far as what my channel's covering is just having to do with these last two DUI cases. But man.
Oh, it's Rumble. Sorry, it's not Kick. It's Rumble.
Okay, that's my fault. I'm sorry, Rumble. I'm the one that said Kick. Excuse me, Rumble. All right. Well, I guess I'll have to subscribe to that and start following her a bit. See what's going on here. I just
Prepare
kind of got.
yourself.
I'm sorry.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you where. I mean,
Real life is
I
as
just
bad
known
as
about
her
her when
drivers.
she came on with Ski. See, I was a Ski Mask Clip channel, and that's when I was introduced to MGL when she started showing up on his panel. So I had no clue who she was, where she came from. I mean, and then I started learning a little bit about her, as I was clipping him, and then moved into the court channel and all that. But as far as watching her from her start, as far as where she got it and all that, that would all be new to me and all that stuff.
Beezer said she was live on a channel last week driving to work, but her camera was off. See, I can't keep up with the woman because she's everywhere. So that's what Beezer said.
Okay. Well, and that's right. She is, I guess, working now. So obviously she's got to get to work somehow, which there are obviously other ways to do it without driving yourself. But I would assume she probably is. Well, interesting. I would probably think she's not supposed to be driving right now. And that's something that I'm going to find out. That's the one thing I want to find out is if she's supposed to, if she can be driving or not. That should be easy. I'll get that on Monday or Tuesday. It takes a call. But yeah, I would be really interested in getting that body cam footage from this last DUI. I'm just blown away. I can't believe she picked up a second DUI while she's literally facing a first. I mean, she's not even gone to her first. She didn't even show up to her first hearing yet, and picked up a second DUI now. Do you know any dates yet on this second DUI yet?
No, but they said maybe there would be coming out this week. So
Okay, because I know when I had called, they didn't even have a case number yet, but I see there's obviously now a case number that's been populated with this incident report. So, all right, well, cool. Well, hopefully we'll have some dates coming up this week so we can share with everybody. Yeah, Candy Cane, I agree. She's definitely an alcoholic. She's got a lot of stuff she needs to handle. And I really don't think the being on the YouTubes or whatever platform she's on is helping, but
no.
So what as far as you're going to continue then to cover her case then going forth, and I think that's great. are you going to be focusing on that right now on your channel, and then, you know, kind of moving past that once you're done with this, or?
Yes.
Okay.
I have an illness as well that I have to deal with, so I have to take it day by day with her, because this Michelle can really stress a person out, if you allow her to, and she's already threatened me. She's gonna throat punch me, and she's gonna follow me after court. Um, and I have talked to someone about that, and I have give video over for the threats, but I'm can't say much here, but
Right.
it is there. It
Right.
is there, but I can't say too much there.
Yeah, no, please,
And
no,
they
no.
were really they said they have eyes on her. They do know who she is. They said that there's been a lot of calls. And they're fully aware. Of course, they were very what do you say? They were easy on what they told me.
Right. I
What
would
they
imagine with
say.
2 ongoing investigations right
Mhm.
now, they can't be sharing too much, but I mean, sure, they can share what they're allowed to,
But as a
obviously.
citizen, they did reassure me that this is not being looked over at all.
Good. No,
So
and like I said, you being so close to her, I mean, it's wild because you know, it sounds like it's like it would never happen, but you never know. I mean, this world is so small. I mean, you have every right to be concerned that that lady could be drunk driving right next to you, or one of your family members, friends, or loved one. It doesn't matter if you know them or not. You know,
no,
I'm just right now. I just hope nothing happens further with her because of the fact that nobody's been hurt yet. But
absolutely.
that is my main concern. That is, she doesn't get any help yet. And I mean, the thing is, if unfortunately the way I see it with her, and again, this is just my personal opinion, is the way she is with the alcoholism and other things going on. I just feel that, and not having really much support from any family members or friends, you know, I feel that at this point, the only people that are going to be able to help her is just going to be the police intervening, you know, whether that's being put to jail and finding, you know, some type of program through the jail system to help, or them, you know, making it mandatory that she goes through some programs to get the help. But I just can't see her right now, you know, just the way, just a few times I've watched her, and the fact that she's almost turned this into a game.
Mhm.
Her finding, you know, I mean, you gotta, and the first problem is she's got to admit the fact that she's an alcoholic, and I don't even think she even
No,
cares, you know.
right.
We played a video once where she was driving and drinking and streaming. I mean, it was disgusting. It was just gross to see it.
It was.
And that was the point where I said this lady needs serious help, and she's not going to get it from anybody except the law, you know, the pretty much the public government, or the government intervening at this point, you know.
Right.
And I understand totally what you mean about her stressing people out, because it was kind of the same with when I was covering Ski Mask. A lot of people following my channel and following my updates, and, you know, knowing that he was out and had all these warrants and was continuing and making threats to people and all this. And it was just pissing people off and driving people crazy. You know, the fact that, why isn't this guy in jail? Why are they allowing him to do all this? So, yeah, no, it can get to you. And that's why I tell people, sometimes if you need to take a break, and don't let these people drive you to that point, because, you know, one, it's YouTube, and two, these people have nothing to do with you. But in your case, they do. You know,
Yeah.
I'll say that. Absolutely. Let's see here. I do want to look. Have you looked at all to see what possible penalties she could be looking at, or discuss that? Now that we know she's facing, you know, as far as being a repeat offender, now that she's got this new DUI.
What I seen was 1 to 6.
And minimum
Or
1 year up to 6 years is the
Mhm.
maximum. Let's see here. Let me share this here with the stream. I've got this pulled up. This is from the Georgia Highway Safety Organization.org. And let's share it here. Share screen.
You're absolutely correct, Lucy.
So we said she's got 1, facing 2 in the state of Georgia, but they've got her as a I mean, let's just say I mean, right here, I've got, let me just make sure and see if it's sharing. Let's just even start with a third offense within 5 years of second offense. So we've got a minimum mandatory of 15 days jail time, fine of 1,000 minimum up to 5,000, maximum license revocation for 5 years, minimum mandatory 30 days community service, name photo published in paper, declared as habitual violator, license plate will be seized by and sent to court for Department of Overscale Safety, face a mandatory clinic valuation. So yeah, there is mandatory jail time. That's exactly what my dad had said. And I mean, that's just for the DUI. I mean,
Yes,
I think
just
this last one, she picked up 2 other charges, right? She got charged with spitting on the officer and then hindering the plate.
yes.
And then the first one, she got open container and then with the lights as well. So I think she's got 3 counts on the first one, 3 counts on the second one. So total of 6 counts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't see why can't see how she's sitting there thinking. I mean, if I was that lady right now, I would be off YouTube. I mean, working is great, but yeah, that's just crazy that she's just pretty much mocking this thing, mocking the court system at this point. So my understanding too was from this last court date, and correct me if I'm wrong, that she says, and she was saying to her audience, was pretty much that she knew that she wasn't supposed to be there, and that pretty much we all wasted our time going down there. What's your take on that? Now that you obviously were, sitting there and obviously heard everything.
Well, she ended up saying that the reason why she wasn't there was because she was in a mental hospital and they let her out right before court. And there was no way that she could make it. And the judge knew that. That is not how the judge acted, nor what he said in that courtroom.
That is correct, and I'm glad that and I will second that. That is exactly what the judge said, and I'll say this: my experience working with a lot of these judges and a lot of these different courthouses, I can say that judge knew exactly what they were talking about. That judge has had a lot of experience being a judge, and is very professional. And I can say if that judge said that, that's what is correct. Not what Michelle's saying.
Right.
So her story. Okay, so see, I think I originally had heard, and maybe I'm wrong. I didn't hear that yet. So I had heard that it was ha ha ha. I knew I wasn't supposed to be there. You guys wasted your time. So I mean, and again,
In
I'd
the
have to.
beginning, it was that.
Okay, so now she's changed it then.
Right.
So yeah, obviously she's lying. So yeah, that's crazy. It just blows my mind. I just don't know how somebody can just sit there and be so delusional, especially when you're dealing with like real world stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you want to say you're not this or that, people calling it on the YouTubes or the internet, whatever. But when you're like being delusional and denying all this stuff that's actually happening, in front of your eyes, and you can make a call, you can check the public records.
Right.
That just blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So. And that's why I think that lady does need some serious help. Again, just my opinion.
Sorry, you're having to scratch your head.
No, it's just crazy. It just blows my mind. I'm learning a lot of stuff this evening, so thank you. Like I said, I'm glad that you took the time to want to come up and speak with me because, like I said, I just short of just the stuff I've been able to learn about her recently. A lot of the things I haven't followed her, going past and. Just finding out that you lived in her area was new to me. So, and then even, knowing now that you're going to be continuing to follow up with this case, I'm ecstatic about that being that, we're going to be able to, or not we, but you and everybody else that's covering this case is going to be able to show the truth of this and not allow somebody to, just bullshit their way around as far as what's going on. And that's kind of the reason why I do what I do. Because I'll tell you, most of these YouTubers that get in trouble, they will deny and lie what's going on. And just like Michelle does, even showing the actual court hearing on screen, they still will deny and lie, And I just can't understand that. I'm like, man, imagine if we didn't even have this, to show what would be the stories that would be coming out of their mouth, So that's why I'm ecstatic. And,
it blows my mind for sure.
Yeah, no. And I'll tell you this, those threats, take them as you want, and they should be taken serious. She had threatened me that when I was I don't know if you had seen it, but it was back when she was uh, dating, or I don't even know what you want to call it, with that other guy or whatever she had over at her house for a while. And she had brought him up on her live stream and said that she was going to kick me in the nuts and he was going to supposedly slap me, guy slapping me. So that's when I was like, wow, great.
Right.
Shout out to Go Girl. She had actually purchased and sent me over a sports cup just in case, but
I
we
remember
didn't have to use
that.
it, thankfully.
I remember
I
it.
did bring it with me though. I brought it, but I got so busy in the morning. I had, because I was just kind of, I literally I had to drive overnight to get there. I drove straight in. I literally just stopped at a gas station just to change. That was right around the corner from the courthouse. And there was even like cops parked there, and I'm like, my God, they're probably wondering what I'm doing. Like I'm just like, you know, getting
Yep.
naked in my car, and got cameras everywhere, and it's just a mess. But no, I literally drove into that hearing, so I didn't have much time to get ready. So yeah, that was the one thing I forgot to put on. So, but no, those threats should be taken seriously. But just to let you know, she did make that threat to me. Now, don't know if it would have happened because she was not there, so I can't say whether it would have happened or not. But yeah, take
Well, I
them as you
totally
like, and my advice is just record, screenshot. The more that you can show, proof of what's being, you being harassed, threatened, the better. That'll help your case if it goes that route.
Yeah. And my husband also, he was the one that was recording from the outside while I went in.
Okay,
So we had her cover on both ways.
good.
Because, like you did say, there was only one way in and one way out at that courtroom. So hopefully the next one we go to, there'll only be one way in and one way out as well.
Right. And I'm not even, I guess it's going to be, and see, I guess I have to figure out, and maybe if you haven't yet, but where her second hearing is going to be held at. I mean, and that's, I had to ask my dad, because I said, being that she's going on the first hearing to the Superior Court, how do you think they're going to arraign her on the first hearing? Most likely said it's still going to go through the traffic court again, just because that's the process, versus just going straight to Superior Court. But who knows? I'll have to find out. But there may be a chance that she might see that same judge, and I'm sure he's probably going to remember that name for some reason. I don't know why.
Yes.
But I'm glad that you guys had that other end covered, because see, that was my kind of concern. Was obviously I wanted to get up there and not be late, because I didn't want to piss off the judge, so that I would have a better chance at possibly having him allowing me to record. So I left about 15 till. But I was afraid if she had been watching that and again, this happens to a lot of the people that I cover, they'll try to wait and watch me live and wait till I go in, and that way they can come in without getting, filmed. So I had figured, well, if that's her plan, there's just nothing I can do at that point. Now, I did have a GoPro on, and while I was upstairs waiting to get let into the courtroom, I did have that going on. So just in case she did end up coming into the lobby area upstairs, right outside of the courtroom, and we're all waiting out there, I would have some type of footage. But I was just concerned, damn, if I go in, what's going to happen if somebody, for getting her coming in. So that's great. I'm glad you guys had that covered. So.
Will you read Crazed to 5? It says, I am going to say this again, New Jersey court.
Yeah, let me post that up here.
Oh, okay, there you go.
You want me to read it here? Crazed to 5 says, I'm going to say this again at NJC. I honestly hope police look into van life that supports MS and Ski and has the Airbnb in Mississippi, and see if she fraudulently gave MS a lease or address to use for DL. Interesting. I'm aware of that individual because of their involvement with Ski Mask. I know that is one of his big supporters. So that possibly is the person that may have been helping Michelle.
That's who she said it was.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that definitely sounds like it was some fraudulent stuff going on there. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's. I'm glad to hear though that it sounds like I mean, that's a small. I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong. That's so that was the city of Hamilton, which the courthouse was at. Is that where she resides in, or is she technically in another city or town?
She's in Harris. Well,
Okay.
she says she's on the line, so it's either Hamilton or Harris.
Okay. Okay. I know it's Harris County, right? And then it's the
Mhm.
city of Hamilton. So,
Yes.
okay. All
Mhm.
right. Yeah. No. And the reason I ask is because I think I may have even passed the area where she's at. Because after that, I went down to this kind of like nature park, the kind of where you can go and feed the animals through your window and stuff.
Mhm.
And I remember it was like Pine Mountain or something, and I passed a really beautiful golf course. And I swore I remember her talking about something at one time,
That's
saying that she
Pine
lived
Mountain.
near that
Mhm.
golf course. And I remember I think I was in a different little town at that time versus Hamilton. So I was just kind of, I didn't know whether she had a, as far as physical address, if she was considered to live in a different town.
Okay, Beezer said it's Pine Mountain or Hamilton.
Okay, I think that was what it was Pine Mountain is where that actual little wildlife refuge was located at. So,
Yeah,
okay, let me write that down. Yeah,
yeah,
well,
it's called
what I was saying
Palisade
was I'm
Park.
glad to hear that it sounds like the police in her community, especially being that it sounds like it's a really small town,
Mhm.
are keeping an eye on that because I mean, no joke, this lady's going to end up hurting somebody, and that's what really concerns me. I mean, she obviously doesn't give a shit. She does this for attention. She does it for jokes, for her views,
Mhm.
and that's what bothers me. One, but the fact that she doesn't give a shit, she's going to end up hurting somebody, unless she's in jail
That's
pretty much.
that's where I drew my line at is because she don't care, and she comes on this platform and over on the Rumble platform, and she doesn't care. She is very careless when it comes to life. She doesn't care about her own life, more or less anybody else's that's around her.
Right? No, you can tell. Just not give a shit. You know, it's nuts. That lady is straight up delusional. And this, again, my opinion, she is a narcissist. And at this point, she's going to end up hurting somebody unless she gets some type of rehabilitation. You
Mhm.
know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with drinking. Just do it responsibly. I don't know why
Absolutely.
she's got to be driving everywhere. She sounds like she's got everything at her house. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. At this point, it almost just sounds it's like for the jokes, for the views. She thinks it's funny to piss off people by driving drunk, and
I think
that's
she's
just
pissed off the wrong set of people this time.
oh yeah. Well, and rightfully so, because like I said, now you're leaving that whole internet in, and going real life when you're now filming yourself and you're out drinking, driving, and this is now part of your content. Because, like you said, you are a member of that community. You have every right to be concerned, okay? Because you do not know one day that lady could be coming down the road with one of your family friends or even yourself. I mean, it is such a small world. You have no clue. So you have every right to be pissed and be following up on this. And I'm glad that you are. I'm glad that somebody in that area is going to be. So well, let's see here. I am probably gonna. It's about 9:47, 10 o'clock my time. Do you have any other questions or anything that you'd like to talk about, Randy? You've
No,
done
if
a
you're
great
done with
job
me,
covering a lot of the stuff I had questions on. I didn't even have to ask. So
no, if you're done with me with the questions,
yeah, no, I was done. You did, like I said, you answered everything that I was wondering on. And like I said, if you want to reach out to me afterwards, I'll be more than happy to help you and go over the process as far as what it takes to submit your request to record media, if that's something you're interested in doing. But yeah, just reach out to me. But I want to say a big thank you for coming up and taking the time. Thank you for being patient and having to put up with my loudness throughout the beginning of the show.
I appreciate
Especially a lot of your viewers that came over, because I know they probably may not follow or watch me. So I am very loud. I do yell and scream. So I tried my best not to. But again, thank you guys for your patience and coming up. For
Thank
my
you for
people,
having
no,
me.
I think you have a great show. I think you've got a great content that you're talking about that you want to do and that you're doing. I wish more people would do stuff like that, you know. So I think we had dropped your link before, but if one of my mods doesn't mind sharing Mirandy's link, and if you haven't checked her out, please give her a subscribe. That way we can get you that 1,000. You said where were you at right now?
I was, let me take a look. I want to thank your chat for being so kind to me as well.
Hey, no worries. No worries. We've got a great chat for the most part. We get a few haters and trolls that come in, but we've got a good mod squad that takes care of them. So actually, I want to say I missed a few shout outs here. I'm sorry?
954.
Okay. So you are almost there. So hopefully we can help you out to get to that 1K, but I'm sure you'll get there sooner than later, very quickly. I'm sure probably by the end of this month easily. So,
Okay.
well, Mirandy, I want to say a big thank you again for coming up. And again, if you need any help. Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I said, and I'll be reaching out to you.
Please, please. I mean that. I'm really serious about getting this case covered. I don't care who does it, and I'm glad to be able to help you. So I think you're a very kind person. I've met you in person, and that says a lot. You know, you can tell sometimes, you know, just by shaking somebody's hand and seeing a smile every once in a while. So, Randy,
thank
you again. You have a wonderful evening. Have a great rest of your weekend. I appreciate you taking the time to come up onto this show. And again, just reach out to me, or I can reach out to you, and I'll get you any help you need. Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Hey, you have a great night. Thank you so much.
All
right, folks. That was Miss Mirandy. And big shout out to her for taking the time to come up on tonight's show. Again, if you have not had a chance to check out her channel, I highly suggest you do. It sounds like she's got a lot of fun stuff planned and already doing it. So, and it sounds like she's possibly going to start covering the rest of this coverage. Anything that I can't bring, like I said, obviously, I'm about a 24-hour drive to Georgia. So, you know, as much as I'd like to get down there for every hearing, it's not something that's going to be feasible. But I'm glad to hear that we have some boots on the ground and that the coverage of this will continue. So thank you again for our guest tonight, Mirandy. I want to do a few shout outs tonight before I conclude tonight's show. Hobby Hater, what up, my friend? Hobby Hater is an OG. Hobby Hater has been a huge supporter of this channel. And Hobby Hater, I want to say a big thank you for helping us get to our 500 episodes, man, or girl. I have no clue. All right. But again, thank you so much for your continued support, my friend. Hobby Hater says, NJ the Kid, congrats on 500 shows. Hashtag don't mess with the MF press, baby. Oh, yeah. Hold on, Hobby Hater. Let me put my mallet or my gavel back together. Hold on. Damn. Okay, I was like, I got this thing in like 3 pieces. Let me get my earpiece here. We even took the foil off, the little fake gold foil off this damn thing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, let me get this down here really quick. Let's see here. How do I remove? There we go. Now you can see me. Hobby Hater, this gavel slam goes out to you. Everybody, you know what to do. Spam them if you got them, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to figure out this gavel situation. So, Hobby Hater, thank you again so much for your continued support. I want to say a huge thank you to Tammy. Tammy, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. That reads, thank you for a great live. Hey, thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate your continued support, my friend. Tammy, it's going to have to be, hold on. No, the gavel's not too far. Hold on. We're not going to do you like that. Let me get a gavel head right here. Hold on. I was just going to do a stick slam. You know what? And even if I didn't have, check it out. Even if I didn't have the gavel. Order in the court. I got a sound effect for it already. But now this gavel slam goes out to you, Tammy. Thank you again for your continued support, my friend. And last but not least, we got Crazed of 5 becoming a new member. Craze to 5, thank you so much for becoming a new member of the jury, my friend. As a new member tonight, you already get to spam some of those crazy cool emojis that you've seen everybody spamming tonight, as well as check out our member-only section, which, going forth this month, we are going to have some members-only planned events. Oh, yes. Big thank you to all you members for supporting this channel. Going to have some special things planned for you guys this month. Look out for those notifications. All right, you guys, I think that was an awesome show. Again, I want to thank our guest tonight, Mirandi, for coming up. I want to say a big thank you for all of you, members of the jury, to my mods, to the haters, to the lovers, to everybody in between, for taking your Saturday night to join moi, NJCourts, and the NJCourts TV channel for our 500th episode celebration, my friends. As a matter of fact, let's take a big-ass cheers to that. I think I need a refill now. Let's see. I think I'm going to actually half this cannonball here. I think I did a quarter cannon here. Feeling pretty all right. This thing's crazy. I'm not going to lie. This just sells itself right here, man. I think they need to nickname it, though, a cannonball. I don't like this biggie. Like, yo, let me get a biggie. I think it'd be called, let me get a cannonball, yo. All right, here we go. Cannonball time, baby. We'll just do one little good sippity shot here. You tell me when to stop. Let's stop right there. So see? Yeah, we didn't even touch half of this bad boy tonight. I told you. I was going to be a good NJ tonight. All right. But what hell of a way to celebrate 500 episodes with all my friends, man. I had a great time tonight. And, I almost forgot the broadcast schedule. Oh, yes. You guys ready? Actually, as a matter of fact, let's take a toast first. And before you all leave tonight, we're going to go over really quickly the broadcast schedule. So that way you know when the next show is going to be. That's it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts unless something happens to me. And the only thing that can happen to me is I'm 6 feet underground. All right. Otherwise, I will be on that show. Okay. Now, don't forget, there could be breaking news updates that come up. Okay. There could be special fun IRL shows that come up. Who knows? So just because I have a broadcast schedule does not mean that shows can be added on or special events. So just please keep that in mind. All right. So with that being said, raise your cup, ladies and gentlemen. Let's celebrate tonight's 500th. It's hard to say that. Episode with the NJCourts TV channel. Again, we couldn't do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your continued support tonight. Cheers, everybody. Just ice, baby. I'll tell you what, man. This Stanley little sipper with a cannonball. Stanley with the Sonic Ice and a cannonball. That's what's up. All right, y'all. Let's see here. Just want to make sure I got everything. Oh, the broadcast schedule. Jesus. All right. Sorry. I think this buzzball is starting to hit me. All right. Before the buzzball hits me, here we go. New broadcast schedule. Are you ready? I'll give you a second if you need a pen or paper, just in case you have a short-term memory like me. New broadcast schedule is going to be first next show. So let's just make it easy. I will be coming on 2 times a week. Okay. Your next show will be Wednesday. All right. We're going to do it like this. Wednesdays is going to be a Wednesday night show. Our next show will be a Sunday morning show. Well, damn it. Hold on. Yeah, we'll see how it works. Like I said, we'll do it for a test run. I know a lot of us have other things we do on Sunday morning, but you can always watch the replay. Okay. But we're going to do a Wednesday night broadcast. Okay. And you'll know what time. I'll put it out as a notification. That will be the permanent time going forth for the Wednesday show. Sunday will be a Sunday morning broadcast, okay? And that I will have you the time on Wednesday night's broadcast. So we're going to do a Wednesday, Sunday show. How's that work? So that gives us Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then it's Sunday. Then we got Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. Perfect, all right? I think it breaks it out evenly. We have a little fun midweek and a little fun during the weekend, all right? And again, doesn't mean we're going to do Wednesday would most likely always be a court update. Sunday may not necessarily have to be a court update, especially if we didn't have anything to talk about court updates that week. Sunday could be something fun. All right. But that is your broadcast schedule going forth for the rest of March. So again, Wednesday night, Sunday morning. I will let you guys know what time Wednesday on the next notification. Look out for that through the community tab or Instagram as well. And then on that show, I will let you know what time to expect me on Sunday morning. And then going forth, that'll be our permanent time and day. All right, you guys. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any new comments, complaints. Yes, Wednesday night, Sunday morning. You got it. All right, you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday night. Enjoy the rest of enjoy the rest of your weekend. And don't forget, keep that head on a swivel. Don't forget to check your 6 every once in a while. And most importantly, don't forget to love somebody, all right? Please. I, your host, NJCourts, is officially out, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you want to join me, you can. But I'm going to tell you right now, you better take those earbuds out right now if you got them in. I'm giving you an earbud trigger warning. Because NJCourts is officially out of here. Ladies, everybody, have a good night. One more time. Love you guys. Take care. Peace. We'll see you on Wednesday night, all right? Unless there's some breaking news. Peace.